I've been covering the healthcare space for about 12 years now. When I started out in the US, I actually specialized in specifically rare disease, gene editing, and neuropsychiatry. Here in Australia, I have a much broader remit. Having that ability to really dive deep across really niche sectors has given me a thorough understanding of how companies work and how to understand their internal and external movements.
Here in Australia, we've historically punched above our weight in healthcare with the likes of companies such as CSL, Cochlear, ResMed. That's driven a focus on healthcare in Australia. For a lot of clients, it provides a defensive exposure, and there's still a lot of high growth that you can see coming through. We have a next wave of these types of healthcare companies coming through, which investors are really excited about.
There are so many areas where there are unmet clinical needs, unmet needs operationally, and room to find efficiencies. Where Canaccord really differentiates is in our global reach. I interact very regularly with my US peers to get an idea of what's going on more broadly in the space, and that helps to be able to get the maximum intel on what's going on and where the opportunities are.
Market turbulence that's been happening in the last sort of 1 to 2 years has sort of created a focus on investors in the healthcare space, really focusing in on the larger healthcare names, cash flow generating companies that they can have defensive exposure to, rather investing in the sort of smaller, riskier end of town. The trends that that's created is that there's been a real dichotomy. So you have some healthcare stocks that have seen valuation uptick, and on the other end you have smaller healthcare companies which have really interesting assets but probably haven't got as much investor attention. And I think that that starts to change over the next sort of 1 to 2 years as that turbulence sort of stabilises.